All over the Southwest, in drought-stricken areas like Southern California, people are removing their dying grass lawns and replacing them with drought-tolerant landscaping, more suited to the desert environment. This is a great trend, as it shows that more people are becoming conscious of the fact that they live in a desert. But to truly thrive in a desert environment, we must change some of our old patterns of thinking when it comes to water and storm runoff. By applying the principles of permaculture design, we can make small changes to traditional low-water landscaping in order to make our yards even more drought-tolerant, saving water, saving money, and helping our environment. Many homeowners are now replacing their grass parkway strips with decomposed granite or gravel and drought-tolerant plants to create a low-maintenance and low-water landscape. We will use this as an example to show how permaculture design can be applied to help save even more water. The job starts, of course, with removing the sod. These sod chunks were then sifted over wire mesh, the grass composted, and the rich soil used to create garden beds in the backyard. In nature and in permaculture, there is no such thing as green waste, just organic matter waiting to be turned into soil. After the grass is removed, a weed barrier is laid down. You can use cardboard or newspaper as a more environmentally friendly option. Then, drip irrigation is laid out for helping the plants get established. Finally, the decomposed granite is spread out and packed down with a roller. To install your plants, you just have to clear away the DG, cut a hole through the weed barrier, and then dig a hole for your root ball. In this project, we chose to plant lantanas, which are very drought tolerant and provide forage for pollinator insects. Now let's look at how permaculture can be applied to this simple project, by comparing it to the neighbor's DG Parkway, which was installed with only looks and budget in mind. As you can see, the level of the parkway is above the level of the sidewalk. The decomposed granite was laid down without consideration of what would happen when it rains. When rain finally does come to the desert, the DG becomes saturated and then any excess water flows off the parkway and onto the sidewalk, then on into the gutter, down the storm drain, and straight into the ocean. Not only is all of that precious water lost, but the flow causes the DG to erode and spill out onto the sidewalk, causing a slipping hazard and unnecessary maintenance for the homeowners. Now let's look at our new DG Parkway. One of the principles of permaculture design is to capture and store water whenever possible. The best place to store water is underground in the soil, where the plants can reach it but the sun can't make it evaporate away. Considering this principle, we chose to do a little extra work in the beginning by digging out enough soil from the parkway before laying down our weed blocker and DG. We made sure that the final level of the parkway was slightly below the level of the surrounding sidewalk. Now, any rain that falls on the parkway will stay there, and any rain that falls on the sidewalk will also flow into the parkway. It will puddle up, spreading across the depression, which will give it time to soak into the soil. This means our plants naturally have more water, requiring less irrigation, and less rain is wasted down the storm drains. By applying a little extra thought and muscle in the beginning, we ended up with the same looks and budget, but with a much more functional landscape requiring less maintenance. There is much more to permaculture design than capturing water. This is just one example of how it can be applied to our actions to help us live in better harmony with our environment. Visit oneheartfire.org to learn more.
Thank you for watching. If you like my videos, please do subscribe and feel free to share them around social media. These videos are made possible by the generous donations of my supporters. So if you'd like to make a donation, you can do so via PayPal or Bitcoin. If you'd like to offer ongoing support, please do consider becoming a patron through my page at patreon.com/desertgrind. I've got a lot planned for this year and lots more videos in the works, which I hope will inspire others to take the leap into their own adventures in homesteading and permaculture. So once again, thank you for watching, and thank you for joining me in building a better world through permaculture.